Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at what you don't see coming for the week of December 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Be sure to check out your other placements. And if you'd like to learn more about the new Time Traveler subscription-based program that I have, you're welcome to check out the description box below. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aquarius not see coming for the week of December 7th, 2025? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming, my dear? Carless. Bottom of the deck, kissing butt. Okay. I tend to see that car list card as it's possible for one or two of you you're having car issues, but that's typically not how that card comes out in the private readings that I do. That usually pertains to a situation, an environment, or a connection in your life that has come to a stop, a pause. Tell me about Carless and kissing butt here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about Carless for the week of December 7th, 2025? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Six of Cups, the Lovers, Four of Wands, Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. That leaves the Magician, the Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Well, if you've ever seen this reading before, for me, the first several cards that come out are typically the energy of the querent, meaning the individual I'm reading for. In this case, this would be you. And this is the energy of the situation, environment, or connection that is impacting you this week. Tell me about the Six of Cups here for Aquarius. Tell me why the Six of Cups is here for Aquarius. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Cups is clarified by King of Swords. There you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. Justice, Libra energy. And Temperance, Sagittarius energy. The Lovers. Why is the Lovers here? Lovers is the ultimate choice card in tarot. The Lovers, we have the Nine of Cups. We have the Five of Wands. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Swords. Wait. Four of Wands. Why is the Four of Wands here for Aquarius? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Wands is clarified by Nine of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. And the Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here for Aquarius? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of deck, Hangman. I often say in my readings, zodiac signs, collective in nature, are all on the same path, but at different points of the timeline. So I don't know exactly when this happened for you, Aquarius. For some of you, it happened in the last 8 days. For others of you, it'll be happening in the next 8 days to come. Okay, so either it happened last week or it happened this week. There was a situation, environment, or connection in your life that, according to your energy, from your perspective, it was moving along, not too quickly. Temperance energy, justice, it was fair, it was balanced. It's either an individual that you saw, or I should say see as a soulmate in your life, or it was a situation or environment that was in your life for quite some time. And then, for some unknown reason, unbeknownst to me, the decision was made here either by you or by the other entity. And whatever decision here, something was done, I should say, not a decision. There was an action here taken either by you or the other entity. And it took the Nine of Cups, this I'm happy with whatever this is or whomever this is, and it turned it into the Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So we went from disagreement, Five of Wands, to Seven of Swords, full out betrayal. Whether that was some dirty words tossed between you and this person, or they stabbed you in the back, or at least that's your perception. Something here happened, and whatever situation, environment, or connection this is, you went from the Four of Wands. This is a staple in my life. It is structured. It is solid. Nine of Pentacles. Now, if this is a job, you felt financially comfortable with it. If this was a connection, you felt comfortable. It was stable. It didn't imprison you. If this is a relationship, you felt independent within it. And then all of a sudden, we moved very quickly from the Nine of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. So if this is a job, I don't know. Maybe some of you lost your job in the last week. I hate to be the tarot reader to tell you you could possibly lose it this week, but I have to tell you what's on the table. If this is career and finance related, this is a loss of income with a job that you've had for quite some time that you thought was, again, it was happy, it was okay, we were moving along just fine. Something occurred, words were exchanged, full out stop. Loss of job, suspension, something, or termination, something like that. For others of you, if this was a financial investment you made, it was humming along. It wasn't making you a crap ton of money, but you were seeing some progress. I'm not predicting a market crash here or anything, but if this is finance related, it looks like you've lost some money in the last week, or you will be losing some money this week. And if this is a relationship, things were going well and humming along until they weren't. And I don't know what that Five of Wands to the Seven of Swords is, but there's definitely a disagreement here, and it escalated to the Seven of Swords. So there was some lie or deception or betrayal, or some really terrible cutting words were exchanged here. Either way, it brought about this abrupt stop in this Tower moment, and it caused you pain. And if you have not experienced this, if you did not experience this recently, then I have to be honest and say you're experiencing it this week. I don't want to be the tarot reader who's, going to blow smoke up your ass. So it either just happened or it's happening this week, and it comes on suddenly. It's almost like you didn't think it would happen. And that Three of Swords for me is sliding scale. You feel disappointed, you feel sad, you feel defeated. And if this is a relationship, you could feel full out heartbreak and heartbroken over it. However, this other entity, this entity right here, is kissing your butt this week. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. What is this? This appears to be communication coming into you from this entity. The entity that caused this or was part of this. There's communication here, exchange between you and them. I don't know who's triggering the communication. I don't know if you're reaching out to this person or if they're reaching out to you. It's a collective general reading. But there's a conversation here happening this week in regards to what happened. And someone is kissing someone's ass here. Okay, tell me about the Page of Swords. Information, communication, conversation. Tell me about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords, that's the truth, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Empress, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. I feel like there's a conversation here between you and this entity. If I get a Major Arcana card or an ace, that would be a yes, okay? Is this shared energy? Let me take this. The Nine of Wands. Is this shared energy between Aquarius and this entity? One more shuffle here. Thank you. No, it's not. Ten of Pentacles. Well, considering you went from the 9 to the 5, and this is the 10, this is this other entity, okay? So I'm going to put that back in the deck there. And then I have the Emperor here. So I feel like this is not your energy. I feel like this is the energy of the other entity. And I feel like they want to discuss what happened. There appears here to be a discussion. It's a softer discussion with the Queen of Cups. Tell me more about this discussion here that's taking place between Aquarius and this entity. Thank you. The discussion. Oh boy. The Fool, the Magician, and the Four of Cups. Well, the Magician is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules communication. I feel like this entity misses you. They could be missing you at work, missing you in the friend group, missing you from the family unit, missing you from the relationship. There is a conveyance here that ever since we came to an end, or this came to an end, Ever since there was this new beginning without you in my life or without you at work. I mean, for some of you, this is your job asking you, I don't know if they're asking you back, but they are conveying to you that they miss you. Or at the very least, this entity is conveying to you that they're sorry for what transpired here. Whether it was their fault, your fault, a little bit of both, I don't know. But there's a conveyance here of they're not happy with the situation and they're not happy without you either. Now, if they were responsible for this, and I don't know if they were, your energy seems to say that they were. If they were responsible for this, then yes, they're kissing your ass this week. Tell me more about this. Fool to the Magician to the Four of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Fool to the Magician to the Four of Cups. Six of Wands, the Sun, and the World card. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. It's possible if this is work-related, they're either asking you to come back to work, or there's discussion. They're either asking you to come back to work, or there's discussion about paying you out. I don't know what that paying you out is about. I don't know if this is like you getting unemployment, or you receiving a severance package, or it's possible you have some days accumulated, like sick days, personal days, vacation days, and there's a discussion here about paying you out. So for some of you, they're asking you to come back to work. For others of you, they're not asking you to come back to work. They are apologetic for what occurred here. And there's a discussion here about like paying you out, either paying you a severance package or, like I said, paying you for days accumulated, or maybe even some type of like long-term unemployment plan. But there is an apology for this closing out. For those of you where this is a connection and it is, you know, a friend or a family member or a lover, I do feel like there's the hope of being able to heal this connection with you and to have a new chapter or a new cycle here. For the Aquarians where this is work related, I can't seem to get comfortable here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. If this is work related, 10 of Cups, the Devil, and the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. If they're asking you to come back to work, there's something here about you asking yourself, taking the time you need to ask yourself, is this really the type of environment you want to continue working in? Does it really add to your emotional fulfillment? Or is it a toxic work environment that actually, I was going to say contributes to your sadness. I mean, maybe for some of you, this contributes to your sadness or detracts from your happiness. Yeah, let me word it that way. Or does it detract from your happiness? And take as much time as you need to figure this out. Two of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords before you respond if you want to accept their offer to go back to work. For my Aquarians where this is work related, but this is in regards to a payout of some kind. And again, that could be like a severance package, unemployment, paying you for days owed or days unused. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hangman, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Give some thought. The Hangman is, see it from their perspective. They might not be offering you everything that you feel you're owed. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have 3 weeks of unused vacation. And technically, they would owe you those 3 weeks, right? Because you didn't take them. But they're only offering you 2 weeks. There's something here about cutting your losses and just taking the 2 weeks. Like that extra week that they're not paying you, is it worth Nine of Swords to the King of Cups? Is this worth like affecting your peace or affecting your health? I know that it's the right thing to do would be for them to pay you for all of the days. But is it worth your peace to fight over 3, 4, 5 days of pay? For those of you where this is a relationship, anything that Aquarius needs to know if this is a relationship with a friend, family member, or lover. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Swords there. regardless of what this connection is, whether it's with a family member, a friend, or a lover, if you were to nurture this connection, to replant the seed with this individual, to collaborate and work on this connection with them, do you really believe that it can get to the 10 of Pentacles? Meaning, is there long-term sustainability in this connection, or would you be wasting your time? And that's some considerable thought that you need to give to this relationship. Are you wasting your time and this person's time by investing in it if you honestly don't believe that it's going anywhere, or it won't be long lasting, or that this would just be like a false restart to the connection? Let's get you some advice now from Source, whether you are in any one of those situations or scenarios. Can we get advice for Aquarius? And I'm not sure if the kissing butt card is full out kissing butt, but this other entity is remorseful and is regretful for what transpired here in the connection, again, regardless of whose fault it is. And there is something here about them missing your presence, either in their life or at the workplace. And I don't know if they'll actually say that to you, but energetically, it's here. So if they're not telling you that, I'm telling you that. They miss you. 3 cards of advice here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, 7 of Wands, High Priestess. Oh, 2 cards came out. Page of Swords and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. When this offer opportunity comes in, all right, this is going to sound terrible. Well, obviously you have the divine gift of free will, right? So you have 2 choices here. When this communication, like I said, information, opportunity, conversation comes in, you have 2 choices. You can stand your ground, or you can bite your tongue. It all depends upon how much you want to heal the connection with this entity, and what hope, or if any hope, you have left in this connection. Like if you don't think this is going anywhere and you don't want to return to it, then you have the right to 7 of Wands to that Page of Swords. You have the right to stand your ground and speak your mind. If you do want to heal the connection because you see longevity, you want to return to work, or you're leaving the company anyway, but you want to leave it on good terms, or like I said, you want to reconnect and rehabilitate this relationship with this person, then High Priestess to the Page of Swords would be bite your tongue. Any other advice here for Aquarius? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Closing messages, my dear. 6 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Pentacles. Well, whatever this is, it can't get worse. You have the 10 of Swords here, and astrologically, that is the 3rd decan of Gemini. It is the sun in Gemini, which means it's a new dawn, it's a new day. It can't get any worse. This is a turning point in this connection between you and this entity. You can return to it, or you can become single, free, and independent of it. The choice is yours. I think the monthly reading that I did for you a few days ago was titled something to the effect of "The Tower was necessary." And I'm going to repeat that message for those of you who did not see that reading. Because the 6 of Swords usually talks about a regretful but necessary transition, right? We need to, my cat Sammy is agreeing with me. In order to leave the 5 of Swords, in order to move on from it, we get to the 6 of Swords. And so it is a rite of passage. It's a regretful but necessary transition if you want to transition out of the 5 of Swords. So whatever occurred here in that Tower moment, it was needed. I feel like the situation, environment, or connection got stagnant. It wasn't moving, and the universe had to step in and cause a shakeup. What happens from here on out is between you and this individual. But the way the situation, environment, or connection was existing was not benefiting you or them. Something had to move here. Either you had to move on from them, they had to move on from you, or the 2 of you had to find a new way to move on together. And so whatever decision you make here, you should make it with no regrets, because that Tower was part of your soul's journey or your soul's path in respect to this entity. And so, yeah, you definitely have a choice here on the table. You can stand your ground, speak your truth, and walk away. Or you can bite your tongue and still walk away and keep the connection healthy, right? Leave on good terms. Or you can bite your tongue and heal the connection. Because this is a very fragile connection right now. You have the Tower, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the Five of Wands. We have the Three of Swords. 7 plus 3 technically is 10 swords. Sammy keeps saying hello. And I don't know if the mic is picking him up. So this is a very fragile connection. And I'm not saying that you should bite your tongue and not speak your truth or defend yourself. But there's a time and place for it. And I don't feel like this conversation coming up this week is the time or place. Unless you really don't care and you want to mother F whoever this is and walk away from them. You have the divine gift of free will. But if you're looking to salvage this may be a conversation where you have to bite your tongue and then follow it up in the near future with some kid gloves after cooler heads prevail. That is what I have for you, Aquarius, for the week of December 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box below to learn more about the Time Traveler subscription-based program that I now have available. Until I read for you again, my dear, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.